guys, welcome to or back to my channel. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're having an amazing day and welcome back. Finally, I'm making this video happen, and of course we are talking about the Emirates Airline interview. And actually there's quite a lot to talk about, so I've decided to make this into a whole video series where we're gonna talk about preparation, your image at the interview, your body posture, your behavior, what you can expect, what not to expect, and all that kind of stuff. Today's video is all about preparation and what to do before you actually apply for the job or before you go for the interview. Kind of, you know, things that can boost up your confidence, that can give you a little extra preparation. So yeah, let's just start. I'm just gonna put a little disclaimer out here. These videos are not in-depth, step-by-step guide on how to pass the Emirates interview. I'm not saying you're gonna watch this and you're gonna pass, because that might not be true and I don't want to take that risk. So it's more about my personal experience with the interview process, things I did that I think they helped me. So if that sounds like your thing, then keep on watching. The first thing I would recommend you to do is check with yourself. Ask yourself if this is actually the job that is right for you personally. It might seem very interesting and amazing and so glamorous, but trust me, it's not for everybody. I'm not saying this to start off with negative thoughts. I believe that you've clicked on this video, you probably have a feeling that this is something you really want to do, and something inside of you is like itching and telling you, oh my god, go for the interview, apply for the job no matter what. So if this is you, that is great, because I think you really need to have that feeling, in my opinion. I'm not sure. You can also just go and try it, you know, who knows. But just so you know, it's very physically demanding, very mentally demanding. There's lots of jet lag, sleep issues, no sleep issues, lots of health problems can come up. Maybe not, maybe you're gonna be completely fine, but just keep that in mind that if you feel like that being a flight attendant is just about walking at the airport and, you know, wearing heels and red lipstick, you're wrong. It's actually quite a tough job where you have to be able to smile at 3 a.m. without any sleep. So if that sounds like you and you think you can make this, then this job is right for you. Next thing is all about the requirements. This is the most important, the most crucial thing you can check before actually applying for the job. I probably wouldn't talk about this because it's just so obvious and so straightforward. You go on the website and then you see the requirements and you know exactly what you need to be, what education you need, how tall you need to be in order to get the job. Yet, there's so many people who are constantly messaging me, asking me things that are actually written on the website. So, I don't know what to think about that. And that's why I'm actually talking about this. This will be the first thing you do. You go on emirates.com, you click on the cabin crew careers section, and you check all the requirements. Emirates Airline is very strict, I guess, as well as all the other airlines and any company out there, but especially Emirates Airline is very picky, and if you do not meet some of the criteria, I'm not really sure if I would actually be sending the CV. You want to make sure that you actually check all of what they're asking. Next thing, do your research. I think this is a very underestimated part of, you know, preparing for your interview. Just go on the Emirates website and check and see and learn about the company. see who's running it, where's the headquarters, how old is the company, I don't know, all sorts of things you can find. Just try to do some research. That way you're not gonna be standing, you know, at the interview like a completely dumb person who has absolutely no idea what company he's applying for. And also, and I think this is the more important version, it's gonna give you a lot of confidence at the interview. You're gonna be standing there next to all these people, and inside of you, you're like, I've actually done my research. I feel pretty good. I feel confident. And confidence is the key to success. So do your research, you know, check what you can, and just gain that extra confidence that others maybe don't have. So it might be very beneficial for you. Okay, next thing is, of course, YouTube. This probably falls under the research category, I'm not sure, but use YouTube. Use it well, use it wisely. There are tons of videos, you know, about flight attendant life and work and accommodation. Hello. I have a couple of them on my channel if you want to check them out, just to kind of have an idea what is it all about, you know, being a flight attendant. And it's, I think in the past couple of years, it's like it all boomed, and there are so many people recording videos. If it's cabin crew or ex-cabin crew, anybody, like there is just so much information. And I'm saying this because when I went for my interview, I watched this girl on YouTube. I think she was like the only Emirates crew making videos at that time, so I found it very helpful, because she would show you like 3 different hairstyles. You know, one of them I, you know, did for my interview. She would talk about the crew accommodation and Dubai a little bit, and it was perfect. It was all I needed. It just gave me some idea, you know, on how Dubai can look, or like living in Dubai can look, how it's different from Europe, Australia, or I think she was Australian. So yeah, how it's different, you know, how is the culture. And it was kind of like a sneak peek into like the image and uniform standards, which was really cool. So use YouTube, it's your friend. I'm just gonna give you one advice. Do not watch the Why I Quit Emirates videos. Just don't do it. Do yourself a favor, save yourself that precious time, and do not watch it. I'm just saying this because these people, they might have a good intention. They just want to tell their story. But the thing is, this is not how your story is gonna be. And there's no point listening to someone else who had absolutely different experience, for example, than me or the other girl or the other girl or the other guy who used to work at Emirates. We all have different experiences. Our journeys are so different. Yes, we have the same job, but the perspective that we have on the job, how much we enjoy it, is very different for all people. So just, it's gonna bring your mood down, it's gonna set some negative expectations of the company, so just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Next one is your past experiences. So for example, in my case, this really helped me in my interview, or at least I think it helped me. I used to work at Starbucks in Prague and in Canada, and these were the first 2 lines on my resume. The recruiter, she actually remembered me, and she called me the Starbucks girl, because she was like, oh, you worked at Starbucks. Oh, nice, that's good, yeah. Now, you don't have to work at Starbucks yet. It's a big company, and I think that's why she kind of liked it, because Emirates is also a big company, and big company means lots of rules, lots of guidelines. It was the same with Starbucks. So maybe that's why she kind of liked it, and she was like, oh yeah, she probably has some experience, you know, working for a big company, which was a plus. But you don't have to work at Starbucks. You can just get any customer service experience you can. Volunteering, working in a cafe or supermarket or telephone, what is it when you pick up phones and you answer people, call center, anything. I know it's very hard in these times, and it's not really possible to work in restaurant, for example. I know that, but just do what you can. Maybe you can do something online, I don't know, just try to think of something. If you feel like, you know, you just have your high school diploma and you have absolutely no experience with anything, no job, just try to find something, and yeah, you can have something a little extra on your resume. It's not necessary, and I know about people who got the job without having any other experience. I know people who, you know, applied for Emirates and it was their first job ever in their life, so it can also be a case. But in my own experience, this was really helpful, and I think it was helpful to a lot of my colleagues who also got the job. What's next? Read instructions carefully. And I know this will sound very weird and funny and lame, but trust me, you're gonna go through the application process, you're gonna go through interview process, the company is gonna send you all different emails, instructions on how to fill different forms, or I don't know. Just read the instructions carefully and do exactly what they ask you to do. Don't go above and beyond, and don't just do something that they didn't ask you. And I'm just saying this because once you become a flight attendant, let's assume you get the job. When you're a flight attendant, there are lots of rules you need to follow, and it's black and white. You have this massive manual you need to learn word by word, and there is no in between. You just have to do it exactly as the instructions in the manual tell you to do. If it's opening a door, if it's, I don't know, like giving someone CPR, I don't know. It's just very important in these kind of jobs to follow the instructions. I think it's quite a common sense to do this from the very beginning, because if you read the things carefully and do them as they ask you, you're fine. You're all good to go. And I think that's it. I think that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These are my tips on what you can do before you actually apply for the job. So I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration or some kind of insights. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!